All right, guys, got a Mother's Day special for you. Sunday, Mother's Day, slipping a little tune in before I have to go hang out with the family. I've got a 2006 STI on the dyno today. It's got quite a bit done to it. It's got a Blausch 20G turbo, external wastegate, 1050X injectors, front mount intercooler, all the goodies that we need to make some good power. It is on a stock engine though, so we are going to be a little bit more careful with it as far as detonation goes and stuff. And I'm going to take you guys inside on the tune on this one today as well, and show you guys the behind the scenes and the inner workings of keeping this stock motor together but still making good power. So I'm ready, let's go. All right, guys, I'm going to take you through some of the tuning here. I've had a lot of people request that they want to see how to do a speed density VE table. We're going to be doing this through the Cobb software today. So this is the default VE table that Cobb gives us, which is, these numbers are all just basic numbers to start out with. The car won't run with any of this. It's just always hundreds all the way across. If we were to try to run this, it would flood the engine with fuel and it wouldn't run. So basically how this works is we have load, which is now basically pressure up top, and that's going to be atmospheric pressure, but in the manifold this is RPM. So the way this works is when you get to about 14 right there, that's zero boost and no vacuum. So that's right when you tip into the throttle and before boost starts coming up. And then as the turbo comes in and boost starts going, we're going to go over this direction. Anything over here is going to be while we're in vacuum, when we're cruising around and idle. So we need to set this up with just some basic numbers to make the car run. So I'm going to go ahead and do some numbers that I know should work pretty decent to get the car running at first. So I'm going to go ahead and fill in this table. And again, this is going to change a lot because these are just going to be basic numbers to get us started here. So this should get the car running and operational, and then we'll be able to start building this VE table using the dyno. Using the dyno for this works really well. Doing this without a dyno is extremely hard. So Cobb does make it really easy for us because this is all going to be able to be tuned live, which is a very nice feature that Cobb has. And so I'm going to get these numbers in here. So this is my basic VE table that I have set up. Again, this is not going to be the final table the car uses. This is just a base map to get us going here. So we've got the VE table all like base mapped out. We come into the Cobb software, we choose 1 because we want speed density, so we turn that on. That's very important. Our boost targets are all going to be zeroed out, so we're going to zero all this stuff out just to start. And then our wastegate duty cycle tables, we're going to also zero all those out. So those are 0. Our ignition map. So this is going to be, this is the base map that I put together to start with. This is a very safe ignition map that I know the car shouldn't detonate on. And then as we get the VE table dialed in, we're going to go back and we're going to rework this table and get it to where the car likes it. So now that I've got this stuff set up, I'm going to go ahead and save this map. And we're going to go ahead and flash it over to the car. All right, now that we've got the map flashed over, we're going to go ahead and connect to the car so we can do some real-time adjustments here. So we're going to go ahead and connect. We've got the key on. Then we're going to view our dashboard. Let's get our basic gauges up here. And we're going to do live tracing. And that's going to show us in the map exactly where we are. And then let's see if the car is even going to run. Okay, well, it started up, so that's a very good sign. So the car's running. We're going to go ahead and add a couple more gauges here. So we're going to come in and configure these. We're going to do our AF correction, all that good stuff. And we're going to go into our log list. We're going to set up our logs so we can log everything correctly and do all the parameters that we need. Okay, now that we got those all set up, you can see we've got a very large negative correction right now. So we got to fix that because that number should not be that high. So that means our VE table needs to be adjusted. So we're going to go through and start making some adjustments on that. All right, so we did some work on the VE table. We got it pretty close. So now we're going to go ahead and do a power pull and then see where we're at. So first pull, 321, 320 torque. We didn't rev it all the way out. We only revved it to 6K just to be safe because we're trying to check air fuels, but yep, she's picking up power all the way up through the power band. So we're gonna check the air fuel and see where we're at here. All right, well, I'm gonna zoom out here. So there's the air fuel ratio for that pull we just did. You can see we come in really rich and then we get up lean and then settle down. So I've got some more work to do on the VE table, so I better get to it. Something's definitely wrong. Something's changed. So if we look here at our log, I thought I saw it pull a bunch of timing, so I had to let out. Yeah, right there. So all of a sudden it pulled a whole ton of timing, so I lifted. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, boost is out of control. Boost is coming up. I think we have a problem with the wastegate, so let's go check it out. All right, so we're gonna check things here. I have a feeling the wastegate is not working. So we're gonna look here. We're gonna check it. Can't really see it down there too well. So this line goes, oh yeah, there's your problem right there. So if you look right here, this line came off the 3-port. So the wastegate's just wide open right now. That's what I heard at the top of that pole, was the wastegate changed tone. So yeah, I had to lift on that last pole. And look, it even blew this one off this time too. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I was like, did you take that off? Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and fix this real quick, guys, and then we're gonna come back. All right, we got the boost controller off here, and as you can see, this line right here that goes down the gate popped off because there was no zip tie on there. So that's gonna need to get put back on the 3-port, and then we'll be able to get going and make some more progress on this. I lifted really early, so I'm hoping we didn't do any damage to the engine. It is a stock motor, so they are extremely fragile to this kind of stuff, but I'm pretty confident we're okay. I had plenty of fuel in the map. The timing was still conservative. And this is why we take baby steps in stepping into these pulls, because just in case something like this happens, that's why I don't just go bonsai in on the first pull. So we're going to get this corrected and get back on the dyno and see what happens. All right, we got it fixed. Let's do another pull. Here we go. Sounded much better. $321, 304 torque. Let's go look at the pull here. Oh yeah, power looks pretty good. Check air fuel ratio. All right, air fuel ratio looks really good. So 11.5, holding pretty much all the way to red line until right at the end. We're gonna bring that up just a smidge, but air fuel ratio is nice and safe. That's about 17 pounds on the spring. Time to turn it up. So we've been noticing a lot of smoke during the pulls on the dyno. As you can see here, we're getting a lot of smoke out of this back corner. We've actually tracked it down to the oil feed line. It's just got a slight drip every once in a while right onto the up pipe. So car's making killer power. I'm probably gonna stop here. You know, oil fires are never fun. So we hit the goal though for today. Definitely, you know, got 350 out of the wheels. Try to push a little bit more and start pulling timing. So I think we're gonna call it right here. So this is where we ended up. 411 horsepower dyno jet, which works out to 345 Mustang dyno. It's a very hot day. It's over 80 degrees today, so that's very good for a day like today. You can actually see weather correction is in our favor, and that's not very often. So the air density today is really poor. The car still managed to make killer power. Everything's going good there. Yeah, so I think I'm pretty much going to end it there. We'll see you later.